How exciting, right? We're finally through January. All right, I want to take a minute and talk about, so you guys know I'm all about self-love, self-care, self-confidence, because all of this stuff, beauty, authenticity, confidence, connection, it's an inside job. Everything's an inside job. And when we change how we feel about ourselves, we change our relationships with others, we change our relationship with ourselves. Things happen that we didn't expect to happen. Life gets better when we realize how much power we have from within. So on that note, I have a wonderful photo session coming up that I'm celebrating because it's February and we're all about self-love in February. And that session is called the Heart and Soul Session. It's more than a photo session. It's more than a photo session. So you get a style and concept Zoom call with me. So we figure out what you're going to wear, how you're going to wear it. And we go through your closet, most likely virtually, but we still go through your closet. And how fun is it to have somebody there that is going to tell you honestly, that outfit's great, that outfit's not. So we do that. You come in before the shoot and you get pampered with hair and professional makeup. So you just get an hour just to relax and get purdied up, and you don't have to worry about hair and makeup. We do the photo session where you bring out 2 to 3 pre-selected outfits and we just have fun. And we celebrate you. And we celebrate your authenticity. And you are left with these amazing photos. So after the session, we get back together and we do a reveal of all your photos. And that's when you pick out the ones that are your favorite. And the best part about this session, I think, is not the actual photo session. Yes, it's great to have somebody there to help you pick out what you're going to wear, hair and makeup, professional photographer that's going to make sure you look good. But it's what you're left with. And what you're left with are photos of yourself, images of yourself, your legacy on your terms. And as busy moms, we tend to forget how important we are to the ones that love us. And how wonderful is it to leave your family a beautiful photo of yourself? How wonderful is it if you want to maybe even include your family into your photo session? It's up to you. Get a hold of me about this heart and soul session because it's amazing. And now let's talk about self-love. I think the most important thing we can do is love ourselves. Forgive ourselves. Ooh. Did that trigger somebody in there? It's easy to live in regret. It's easy to wake up in the morning and think, God darn it, that thing I did 10 years ago, gosh, I wish I wouldn't have done that. And then live in that moment. And I've done it. That's why I feel it in my heart. And when we truly love ourselves, we forgive ourselves. And when we forgive ourselves, there's nothing better. And a way to learn how to do that is to write a love letter to yourself, your younger self, and forgive her. Forgive her for all her mistakes that she made, all the decisions that were maybe poor decisions, and the people that she may have hurt along the way. Because we hurt people. We don't mean to hurt people, but we hurt people. That's part of being human, is hurting. So by doing this love letter to yourself, you're alleviating some of that pressure, that pain, and it also allows you to disconnect from that past self. So those decisions that we made, the regrets that we might have, all of a sudden it's like, oh, that was in the past, but I'm here now because of these decisions. And maybe I did hurt somebody, but maybe I made somebody else's day better because of it. It's like the universe is so vast and we are so small and we're here for such a short amount of time that to live in sadness and regret and almost feeling unforgivable is a tragedy. So take a minute and think about those things that we think about when we wake up in the morning that we haven't had the time to maybe process another day. Gotta get out of bed. I gotta do this thing. And gosh darn it, 20 years ago, that mailman that my dog bit, I wonder how he's doing. You know what? Write a letter to yourself and forgive yourself for letting that dog out and move on. Every time you think about that dog or that mailman or that boyfriend, that girlfriend, that whatever, that crime, I would love to hear some crime stories in the comments. Actively forgive yourself. Forgive yourself until like you're so sick of forgiving yourself that it makes you upset. And forgiveness, write a love letter to yourself that says, I forgive you. I love you. And then third step into this whole self-love heart and soul thing we got going on right here is to recalibrate and bring in the opposite of regret, the opposite of pain, the opposite of hurt. What is that? Abundance. Yes, you can replace bad things that have happened to you, bad feelings, bad thoughts that get played over and over and over again in our programmed brain. You can replace it with abundance. Sound too good to be true? It's not. Our brains are designed to change. Our brains are also designed to keep us safe, to hold us back. And I believe the term is neuroplasticity. And we get to change how our brain thinks and what it sees and what it allows in. And if you shift to abundance, if you say, I forgive myself for blah, 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 and you let it go. So you think about it, right? Here's all the bad things. You're writing it out on a piece of paper and you're throwing it into a fire. All the things that you want to forgive yourself for. And then you turn over here and there's a door and it's a golden door. Close your eyes, see this golden door. And as you walk away from the fire where you have just discarded all the things, all the bad things you've done, you've forgiven yourself for that. And you go in and you open this door and there's a beautiful garden. And it's a garden of abundance. And in this garden, there are things that make you happy. There's kittens, puppies, and maybe your grandma's in that garden. And there's flowers in that garden. Visualize all the things that make you happy in this garden. And then visualize this huge tree of life, this tree of abundance. And all this tree is doing is loving everything in that garden, including you. And you can sit there underneath that tree with all the things that you love as long as you want, and just appreciate these things in your life and just feel this tree's mission to just love you and to love everything about you and feel how that feels. You're worthy. If you feel it, you're worthy of it. Now, slowly come out of that beautiful garden that you can go and escape to whenever you want and recalibrate into that abundance mindset whenever you want. And that is self-love. That's it. This is what February is about. Loving yourself and finding the best ways to do that and the tools to do that and the tools to let go and the tools to bring in abundance. Please subscribe. Please follow along. All my info is listed and I hope you have a great day.